His time is running out. They're making massive, massive moves. Crypto blast off coming. But here's what you need is a fundamental, long-term, patient portfolio. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And that last saying right there, what gets ingrained in your subconscious comes from predictive programming and things that have been passed down from information over and over again, create unconscious actions, behaviors, and decisions within the physical world. Now I'm going to show you how you're being molded and moved into a paradigm to keep you just over broke. Unless you realize this, you will always be just over broke. You will always be stuck in the old 401k system, the old debt-based system. Cash is trash. Your value of your cash is dropping every single day. You cannot operate in the old paradigm and go into the new quantum financial system and become wealthy. So I'm going to take you through facts, figures, numbers, logic, and you can make informed decisions on what you want to do with your family to shift yourself to generational wealth. If you want to join our amazing Warrior Academy, click 3twarrior.com or go to the description down below and join our free Discord to get to know, like, and trust us. If you want to jump right in, access to my portfolio, our revolutionary exit strategy, which you have to have an exit strategy in the crypto market, access to our team, access to, 130 cryptocurrency courses in the best community in the world. All right, so let's dive right into this, Warriors. So I'm going to dive into the news. I'll be jumping back and forth on your screen here. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is Texas Bank adds Bitcoin salary payments in employee savings programs. The banks are starting to get on board. Now, I brought up a good analogy and a good comparison to what's happening right now. So I brought it up based on the marijuana industry. So do you guys remember how it was such a big deal when a certain state launched it, right? And then another state launched it, and another state launched it, but they were able to launch it in state level, but not at a federal level. So you have to be careful when you're traveling around, right? But now, because of the monetary gain, first they resisted it, then they sued it, then they regulate it, then they join it. And the rumors are that it's about to be at the federal level. Same thing with innovative technologies in the cryptocurrency space. I think they created it, but that's a whole nother story. But you're seeing now at the state level, banks are starting to get involved in cryptocurrency. Your banks, Texas Bank to add Bitcoin salary payments and employee savings programs. Okay. Texas-based Laredo Vantage Bank is planning to offer a new way for its employees to have a Bitcoin savings plan with the company in a bid to step away from the traditional savings plans. Okay, so they're doing it for their employees, and they do bank-owned life insurance for their C-suite leaders. Interesting. We'll do it for our employees, but we won't roll it out to our clients yet. Makes a lot of sense, right? Really makes a lot of sense. I'm going to show you why, though. You have to watch this video to the end because I'm going to show you how you've been predictive programmed to make your financial decisions in this paradigm. Okay. How U.S. banks are dipping, where to go? How U.S. banks are dipping their foot into cryptocurrency, right? Their toes into cryptocurrency. So it's all over the place now. April 5th, last week, the top U.S. bank regulators warned of growing risk as banks start to capitalize on the popularity of cryptocurrencies to offer related services to their clients. Here's how some of the biggest banks are operating in the United States. Custody services. Bank of New York Mellon announced on February 2021 that it would hold and transfer issue of Bitcoin for asset management clients. Okay, you got U.S. Bank Corp went live in October with Bitcoin custody services. This is all the stuff you weren't paying attention to, right? State Street Corp in March said it intends to offer cryptocurrency custody services in partnership with cryptocurrency infrastructure platform. I shared with you guys, if you watched my video from yesterday, I break this down for you with the OCC. Deutsche Bank quietly revealed plans to develop a service to hold and trade cryptocurrencies for institutional investors, for all the rich, wealthy people, right? Also, 2020, BNB Paribas completed a proof of concept with crypto wallet Curve Oh, this is so much fun. Deutsche Bank did not provide an update, so they're all keeping it secret, right? Wealth management. A slew of banks began offering wealth management clients exposures to crypto in 2021. Morgan Stanley. CNBC report March that Morgan Stanley was enabling access to Bitcoin funds. JP Morgan Chase allows its financial advisors to accept and buy, sell orders for the wealth management client. The very CEO that told you cryptocurrency is a fraud. JP Morgan has their own blockchain. Wells Fargo also begins offering its wealthy clients cryptocurrency exposure in the summer of 2021. JP Morgan and Wells Fargo both registered private Bitcoin funds in partnership with NYDIG in August. Citigroup Wealth Management Unit created a digital asset group in June to facilitate payments and cryptocurrencies of stablecoins. In March this year, regulatory documents revealed that Goldman Sachs is offering wealthy clients access to Ethereum funds. Okay, so you get the point. I could go through this. Bank of America, Citigroup, PNC. I mean, I could go through all this, right? It would bore the hell out of you. But I think we can see that the wealthy people are getting access to it, right? The normal everyday person is told that cryptocurrency is a fraud. They're taught to save their money so that the bank can take and lend out their money. They're taught to be stuck in traditional 401k systems, the overvalued stock market of 202%. We'll continue on, and I'm about to blow your mind. So stay all the way to the end of this video. You need to share this video. Help me out. I don't monetize my channel at all. So send this video to somebody. They don't get a lot of reach because of the stuff I talk about. So this is an important video. This is the one that will wake your family members up if you want to help your family members get in this crypto space, because the wealthy clients are getting access to cryptocurrency, but they're being told cryptocurrency is a fraud. Crypto, you're the beginning to see stable coins gain transaction. The Economist says now you're starting to see a stable coin conversation. Okay, so now we see what the banks are doing. They've been doing this since 2018, and it's been really started to come to fruition in 2021 when they had that didn't just happen all of a sudden in 2021. They had all this stuff set up by 2018. Okay, I showed you the guy from JP Morgan who went over to Goldman Sachs. They're all moving around the system to move us into the new monetary system. Now, let's talk about what the big money's actually doing, okay? Now, I'm going to repeat a lot of things that I've already showed you because I have to ingrain this in your subconscious mind. I'll bring myself back on the screen a little bit to make it a little bit more personal here. Okay, so if we go to Silvergate. Silvergate is banking for the future. So Silvergate's going to be a big player in our conversation the next 5 years, okay? Silvergate Bank has served entrepreneurs in a unique niche industry for over 20 years. Recognizing that digital currency potential during the sector's infancy, we built strong relationships with pioneers who are turned away from traditional banking. This is key. This solidified our position in the industry as a leading partner and innovators, which remains true today. Let me read this statement. Let this sink in, what I just read to you. Okay, Silvergate Bank. Silvergate Bank has served entrepreneurs in a unique and niche industry for over 20 years, recognizing digital currencies over the 20 years, potential during the sector's infancy. We built strong relationships with pioneers who were turned away from traditional banking. Well, who are their strong partnerships that are turning from traditional banking? And why are the smaller banks now moving? Because of this statement right here, in my opinion. Macro strategies. We talked about this, but we're going to go deeper because there was another move that was just made. Macro Strategies, a subsidiary of MicroStrategies, closes a 205 million Bitcoin collateralized loan with Silvergate Bank to purchase Bitcoin. So with this bank right here that's been working on innovative technology for 20 years and working with strong partnerships of people that turn away from the traditional banking system, as you're worried about the Kardashians and all this shit and all this stuff happening, who wins the Super Bowl, they're changing your whole banking system, okay? MacroStrategies takes a $205 million collateralized loan to buy more Bitcoin. Boom, yesterday. Okay, this was yesterday. This was brought out yesterday on April 5th. Okay, here's the actual document. Okay, this is what I do all day. Where are we at here? It reads exactly what. Okay, so on April 5th, 2022, MicroStrategies Incorporated, MicroStrategies announced that during the period between February 15th, 2022 and April 4th, 2022, MicroStrategies, through its wholly owned subsidiary, MacroStrategies, okay, acquired approximately 4,167 Bitcoins, approximately 190 million in cash at an average price of 45,000 per Bitcoin. inclusive of fees and expenses. As of April 4th, 2022, listen to this, digest this. MicroStrategies, together with its subsidiaries, held an aggregate of approximately 129,000 Bitcoins, which were acquired at the aggregate purchase of approximately 3.9 billion and an average purchase price of approximately 30,000 per Bitcoin, inclusively in fees and expenses, with MicroStrategies holding approximately 115,000 of these Bitcoins. So let me ask you a question. If you think cryptocurrency is going to be a fraud and you're buying it at an average buy-in of $30,000, do you think Bitcoin's going to go up? Do you think that there's a reason why this massive company, MicroStrategies, why I'm going to show you why they're super massive, is moving into Bitcoin? Because they're about to collapse your system. And here's why. Here's why they're making these decisions. Remember, small banks now making their moves. The reason why is because these big companies are making moves. We're going to go even bigger with this. We're going to go even bigger. Okay, this was back in 2021. BlackRock bought 12% of MicroStrategies this week. And these days, when you buy MSRT, which is MicroStrategy stock, you're buying Bitcoin. Okay, so in 2021, they acquired a large stake in MicroStrategies, which is connected to MacroStrategies. And through this connection, they now have access or exposure to 129,000 of these Bitcoins. Partnered with MacroStrategies, which is partnered with Silvergate, which the board of directors, the head of the board of directors, came from Coinbase Legal. Okay. He also came from Andreessen Horowitz $2.2 billion crypto fund, where Bill Hinman is from the SEC, now consulting them. Okay, now here's where the fun happens. Here's where you need to start to really take this shit seriously and get your shit together. BlackRock, who owns almost it's about 13% of MicroStrategies. Introduction to BlackRock. As of June 30th, 2019, BlackRock's assets under management total $6.84 trillion across equity, fixed income, cash management, alternative investments, real estate advisory. Across these, and they're now at almost 10 trillion, warriors. 10 trillion. Do you understand what that means? That is bigger than almost every single country's GDP. They are larger than almost every single country in the world. And this is the moves that are being made. Taking collateralized loans, partnering with people who are going against the traditional banking system. This is the largest asset manager in the world. Okay, now it gets even better. So the largest asset manager in the world, who is through its subsidiaries, is buying Bitcoin, and banks are making their moves. But what are they telling you to do? Go watch the news. How a company called BlackRock shapes your news, your life, and your future. So not only do they own massive companies, not only do they own basically the financial markets, right? But here's how much they own of your media. 18% of Fox, 16% of CBS, 13% of Comcast, which is NBC, MSNBC, CNBC, and Sky Media Group, 12% of CNN, 12% of Disney, which owns ABC and 538, between 10 and 14% of Gaunt, which owns more than 250 Gaunt daily newspapers and USA Today, 10% of Sinclair Local Television News, which controls 72% of U.S. households and local TV, 72%, and large unspecified chunk of Graham Media, which owns slat of foreign policy. Okay. So digest what I just said. They are the largest asset manager in the world, who owns massive stake in almost all the media companies. Whoever controls the information, whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. They are molding your media, okay? Behind the scenes, they're getting access to a shitload of Bitcoin. All the big banks are allowing the wealthy clients to access Bitcoin. Why? They don't give a shit about you, middle class. They don't give a flying shit about the middle class. They're making sure their wealthy clients are set up so when this shit collapses, that they could say, hey, wealthy client, we gave you access to the new asset class. So when it collapses, because who do you want to maintain? Your wealthy clients. Those are the people that make you the most money because you can take their money and lend it out. You don't give a shit about the single mom who's coming in to buy diapers. The bank doesn't give a flying shit about the single mom who's trying to buy diapers. They could give a shit less. They'll give her a payday loan. I heard there's a new strategy out there at a bank that literally they have a credit card now that helps you pay your rent. They're telling people to pay their rent on their credit card. The average everyday person is going to put that on their credit card and not pay it off. They're like, come on, get into this debt. They're getting people to pay their rent on a credit card in this rental-based society where people can afford to wipe their ass. I mean, think about what's happening right now, Warriors. Think about what's happening. And as this Ripple case goes on, Ripple partnered to unlock 34 billion cross-border payments market in the Philippines. And I'll leave you with this right here. This is Rosie Rios. Okay. She came from the Treasury on the board of Ripple. And this is a really cool video. This is a clip that was made by Brazil Crypto Assets on YouTube. Okay, go check them out. If you go right here, I'm going to we're going to watch the last part of this clip, and I'm just going to let all this sink in and let you digest this. Click the link down below to join our Private Warrior Academy. But listen to what Rosie Rios says. She sits on the Ripple board. Listen to what she says.
Still for collecting these great works of art. Today will be the first time I ever sign an uncut sheet. So I don't know who that first person is, but you are very lucky. And I'm, again, very proud to be part of that. Making American history is what I call it. We are making American history every day. And for those of you who don't know, the next gen $100 note is the last denomination of that particular family of notes. We're working on the future generation of currency. So that is my other job, is I'm the chair of the Advanced Counterfeit Deterrence Steering Committee. So as the chair, I oversee the collaborative effort of designing future currency and all the security features that are incorporated into that. And that all goes to the Secretary of the Treasury for final decision. So I'm very proud, again, to be part of that process.
Do you think about cryptocurrency as a form of currency?
Well, I think the train's already left the station in terms of cryptocurrency. You may or may not know that I just joined the board of Ripple, and the reason why I chose to join that board, it's, in my opinion, one of the few cryptocurrency options out there that has a credible and legitimate use. So financial institutions use it to settle cross-border payments.
Thank you, Walt, and thank you for this.
I mean, we could watch that over and over again, Warriors. I mean, she said it. She was a person to sign the last gen of that denomination of $100 bill. Okay, number one. Number two, said she's responsible for bringing in a new type of currency. Okay, then she joins the board of Ripple. She's quoted saying the freight train has left the building. But I'm showing you government documents here. SEC documents, United States Securities Exchange Commission right here. This is what they're doing, Warriors. I mean, this isn't like sitting at the barbershop or bench pressing with your gym bros and saying, hey, did you get into Dogecoin? Did you get your Shiba? No, this is serious shit. This is your 401k at risk. This is your whole financial infrastructure at risk. This is whether you're going to retire and buy that land. If you make the right moves right now, Warriors, and you get a patient, persistent, fundamental portfolio, you could change your family's life, and you could stop bitching about being in that just over broke. You can stop talking shit and talking about how you're going to do this and do that. Do something now. Activate now. Let this piss you off. Let me get under your skin. Hate on me. Because I guarantee you, if you activate, Warriors, I guarantee you, if you activate, you're going to love me in the future. You're going to say, damn, I'm glad I listened to that guy who dresses like a goofball every single morning, who doesn't give a shit what people think about him. And thank God I left corporate America. I left banking specifically to go on this freedom journey. Thank God I lost everything and got humbled by God and said, hey, listen, keep going because people need this message. Thank God I was surrounded by people who would lift me back up. I thank God every single day that I get this opportunity to share the information with you people. Now, I tell you not to trust a word I say. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Trust the feeling and vibration it creates within your body and act accordingly. I love you. I appreciate you. But please don't get left behind. Warriors, rise. Get your shit together. I'm going to get my shit together.